Alright, we're going to give my thoughts on SummerSlam. Just got done watching it. It was a good show, but the ending killed it for me. And I will explain why. But let's get on with the card. I'm not going to rate anything, I'm just going to give my thoughts, because I didn't focus enough on the pay-per-view to want to give it star ratings or anything like that. Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston for the IC title. This was actually going okay. I mean, it wasn't anything spectacular. It was kind of boring because there just wasn't enough action going around when Dolph Ziggler was on offense. And I like Dolph Ziggler, but nothing much was going on there. Kofi was hugely over, which really gets me wondering why he does not get the push that he deserves. It was okay. It didn't end. There was no winner. The Nexus, Wade Barrett, and his 6 mannequins came into the ring and pretty much stopped the match, beat the tar out of both of them, or more like Kofi, and pretty much sent a message that this is only a sample of what we're going to give to the Team WWE. It made sense to give Nexus more of a elite force type of thing. So it was alright. Then you get to Alicia Fox versus Melina. I actually thought this was okay. This was an alright Divas match. It was alright for what it was. I was mildly entertained by it. I mean, it wasn't the greatest Divas match ever. I mean, I could probably pull out better women's matches than this, but considering the WWE and how bad they are when it comes to women's matches, this was actually okay for what it was. Melina did a decent job trying to carry Alicia Fox to a decent match. Melina wins. She wins the Divas title, which I guess made sense for her comeback. And then Lay Cool comes out, of course, being Lay Cool. And if tonight did not exemplify why I dislike Lay Cool, then I don't know what will. Because I don't like Lay Cool, and this is what people misinterpret. People think that Lay Cool are doing their jobs. They are not. They're not doing their jobs. They think they're doing their jobs because I hate them. I hate them for the wrong reasons. You have to get me to hate you to want to see you get your ass kicked by whoever you are feuding with. Such as when The Miz was doing that program with Bryan Danielson, which I'll get to in a second. They pretty much hyped it so that you would hope that Bryan Danielson would kick Miz's ass. And I'm getting a text message, yes. So, Miz did a good job on that. Lay Cool does not do a good job on that. They try to get heat on themselves. They try way too hard, and they fail miserably. If you saw the crowd was pretty much dead. They were dead, especially for the push that they get. And they always get an advantage. It's rare that somebody gets one up on them, which should not be the case. They always get the advantage in their heels, which really just is bizarre in and of itself, and especially since they have nowhere else to go. So why do you keep pushing these two? They're not good heels. They're not good in the ring. They don't get crowd reactions. Oh, yeah, that's right, because she's fucking a dead dick. Sorry, Undertaker. You're my favorite wrestler of all time, but seriously, Michelle McCool really does my head in, and for the wrong reasons. I don't like them because I don't like them to a point where I don't want to watch them. It's that simple. But enough on that. Now we go on to the third match, which was Big Show versus Straight Edge Society. I actually liked this. I actually thought this was pretty good. They really connected well. They really made Big Show look like that big monster. They really showed Straight Edge Society trying to do strategy work on trying to get the big man down, which was actually really good. Although I didn't like the fact that Big Show went over, because I don't know why Big Show went over. They should have had Straight Edge Society win this match to prolong the feud, to give Big Show more of a reason to want to get at them, but it still seems like the feud's going to continue. By the way, CM Punk just ran out and acted like a wimp, and Big Show just chokeslammed Joey Mercury on top of Luke Gallows. This was actually pretty good. I was actually mildly entertained by this. This was very watchable. I thought it was good. Can't complain too much, except for the fact that Big Show won. I thought Big Show shouldn't have gone over here, but whatever. And then you have the WWE title match, Randy Orton and Sheamus. No, I missed something. I missed the Miz promo. The Miz promo was great. Pretty much Miz is God. And if you don't accept that fact, which it is fact, that there's no denying this is fact. If you don't accept Miz as your Lord and Savior, then you will be sent to hell. Plain and simple, because Miz is God. Anyhow, you got the WWE title match. Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Sheamus defending his title. I kind of got bored with this. I couldn't get into this match, really. I can't really get into Sheamus matches. I don't know what it is. Sheamus just does not do anything for me as far as in the ring is concerned. I mean, he's okay, but he just doesn't really do anything enough for me. It started to pick up afterwards when they kept teasing who would actually win this match. The ending was stupid. Sheamus pushing the referee, and the referee disqualifies him, and then Orton takes him out and RKOs him to the table. At this point, in my opinion, they should have had Miz tease that he was going to cash in his Money in the Bank and not succeed. I mean, like the same thing that's been going on with him every time he cashes it in, looks like he's going to go for it, and then something happens, and he takes the suitcase and runs away with it. That's what should have happened here, in my opinion. Didn't happen, but it was okay. This match was okay, I'll just say that, because it really started to pick up. Then you had Rey Mysterio going up against Kane, defending his title. This was actually pretty good. It was kind of like this Orton-Sheamus match, except less boring. It started off a little bit slow, and then it started to pick up. I actually was starting to get into this match. But the problem, I mean, really, Kane and Rey Mysterio, I really don't know how to explain it, but it was okay, but it could have been better. The ending kind of fell flat, because there was just, like, no substance to it. There was no vibe. It made sense, and then afterwards, Kane chokeslammed him again. Chokeslammed him multiple times. And then he was getting ready to throw him into the casket, opens it, Undertaker's inside. Undertaker acting all, like, hurt. He started talking to Rey Mysterio, but only the people at home could hear him. Because he had no mic and he was speaking in front of the camera, which was fine, I guess. And he goes after Kane, tries to chokeslam him, but Kane overpowers him, tombstones him, and then walks away with the title. So I guess we're going to get an Undertaker-Kane feud for the third fucking time. Whatever. I don't mind it. But if they're going to have this, in my opinion, Kane should go over, because Undertaker went over in the other two feuds. I think Kane should go over in this feud. That's my opinion. Anyways, then we get to the main event. Nexus, which is Wade Barrett and his 6 mannequins. But let's try and remember their mannequins' names. Darren Young, David Otunga, Heath Slater, Michael Tarver, Justin Gabriel, and Skip Sheffield. Then we get to WWE. Oh, and Miz, by the way, when he cut that promo, he said that he would be helping Team WWE. John Cena comes out. Here comes Edge. Here's R-Truth. Here comes Chris Jericho. Here comes... who is next? John Morrison. Here comes Bret Hart. And as Miz is coming out to the ring, John Cena says, No. You waited too long to make your answer, so we got somebody already. Daniel Bryan. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do a little markout moment, because if you can see here, see that t-shirt right there? Yes. That t-shirt right there is one of Bryan Danielson's t-shirts that he has on his waistline. And that shirt, the reason why it's in a plaque, is because out of all 4, he threw it in the audience, and I caught it. And I had him signed it. So, it made me happy to see Daniel Bryan back on TV. Of course, he was going to help Team WWE. And this match was very good. It was very entertaining throughout most of it. Especially for someone like me who thought Nexus sucks. Who thinks Nexus sucks. Not the people. Like, the wrestlers are very talented. The problem is the booking to Nexus has sucked. And Daniel Bryan was very hot in this match. Like, everybody started going crazy for him. I mean, the freaking crowd was crazy for him when he started wrestling. And throughout the match, it kept getting even, but Nexus really started to look like legitimate foes against them. So, let's go up to the part where Daniel Bryan gets eliminated. Because he gets eliminated by Miz coming out with his briefcase, his Money in the Bank briefcase, knocks him out, and they pin him. And then we get to the final 2, which is John Cena versus Wade Barrett and Justin Gabriel. That was the last. Now, here's where I'm going to start going on a rant and saying that Nexus is officially dead, in my opinion. You had Wade Barrett and Justin Gabriel beat the tar out of him. Beat the tar out of Cena. Justin Gabriel, or no, Wade Barrett takes him to the outside, takes off the mat, has the bare floor, and then he DDTs him on the floor. Bare face on the floor. Of course he doesn't bleed, because we're not allowed to bleed, which would have made more of an impact if he would have bled. But, you know, WWE's policy. And then Justin Gabriel goes on the turnbuckle to do his 450. Does his 450, but John Cena moves out of the way, misses. John Cena pins him 1, 2, 3. I wouldn't have a problem with that, except that the next part that follows. Wade Barrett then comes into the ring, tries to attack him, or gets ready to attack him, and Cena does the STF. And Team WWE wins. And of course, Cena being Super Cena does not sell anything. Ladies and gentlemen, Nexus is dead. Plain and simple. Nexus is officially done. I don't care for Nexus. I don't care where they go with Nexus. I don't care if Nexus brings in Bryan Danielson for their group. I don't care if Miz is the actual leader for this group. I don't care about any of that. Because they killed it for me. That may seem harsh, but you know what? I'm tired of investing my time into this angle that was supposed to be the angle of the century, and they just fuck it up. Week upon week upon week. I was not interested in Nexus coming into SummerSlam. They made me interested during the match, then they fucked it up. So, no matter what they do afterwards, after this, I won't be interested in Nexus. I'll be interested in Daniel Bryan. Because Daniel Bryan is what I want to see. I don't want to see Wade Barrett and 6 mannequins. I don't want to see another faction where it's only built up so that Cena can look like Superman. Because that's virtually what this match was built around. Was for Cena to look like Superman. That's all it was. Now you may be saying to yourself, well, Shawn Michaels was Superman, Bret Hart was Superman. The difference between those guys is they sold the moves. When they made their comebacks, they sold the moves, they sold everything to make it seem more legitimate. That's not what Cena's doing. Cena's not doing that. He makes his comeback and he doesn't sell anything. Which pretty much detracts all the things that Nexus does to them. Which is why I don't care for Nexus anymore. The pay-per-view overall was good. I'm not going to complain about that. The matches were solid enough for me to be entertained. Not worth $45, but I was entertained by it. But there were a couple of complaints, and the biggest one is Nexus is dead to me. I don't give a shit about Nexus anymore. I'm glad that Daniel Bryan's back. Although that man is really violent, they should not be putting him on TV because he is a violent man. You cannot be having violence on your TV. No necktie violence. It could warp the minds of little kids. But I'm glad he's back. Nexus is dead. I don't care for Nexus. Don't give a shit where this goes. Be quite honest. What's there to look forward to in WWE as far as a major storyline is concerned at this point? Other than Miz and Daniel Bryan, I don't really care. Nexus, rest in peace, man. Because in the middle of the match, I was actually considering buying a t-shirt and buying their armband. Because I was actually starting to get back into liking Nexus, and then they just buried them. I don't want to say buried them, but the Nexus angle is dead, to me. That's just my opinion. I really don't like this Nexus angle. They should have went over tonight. And that last 2 minutes where Cena got his ass kicked for like 5 minutes, and then Cena overcame it and didn't sell anything. Sorry, that detracts it for me. Overall, good pay-per-view. Not worth $45. Maybe worth a good $20. That's all it's worth. Anyhow, on that side,